April 7th is the International Day of Reflection. April 7th is the International Day of Reflection. The day of reflection is being celebrated. You should not use the word celebrate again. Listen. April 7th is the International Day of Reflection. The day is being observed as the day of Rwandan genocide. The day is being observed as the day of Rwandan genocide. In Rwanda, there was a sect called Tutsi, T-U-T-S-I. Tutsi sect people were brutally killed, massacred on that particular period. So, April 7th, we observe it as International Day of Reflections, April 7th. Coming to next important thing, defense procurement policy, defense procurement procedure. In this, you all know there is a very important issue called Rafale deal. Rafale deal is a defense deal. In that, there is a mention about offset partnership. Offset partnership means if I purchase or if I make a deal with you, if I purchase something from you or if I make a deal with you, you should also purchase or you should also give some business to our country. So, in that, earlier they wanted to give it to HAL, H-A-L. HAL is a government undertaking, and slowly that deal was shifted to Anil Ambani's company. Anil Ambani's company. So, this is the major problem. This is the major problem. So, offset partnership issue, India says it is not India which decided what is the company that should have offset partnership with France, but France is saying that no, it's not me which have decided but Dassault company, but Dassault company have not given any clarification with respect to who decided offset partnership with Dassault company. So, there are various issues here. A next important article, BJP manifesto keeps focus on national security farm support. BJP manifesto keeps focus on national security farm support. The BJP released Sankalp Patra, its manifesto Sankalp Patra for 2019 elections. Uniform Civil Code, okay, we can allow it because Uniform Civil Code Article 44 definitely realizes a dream of truly secular India. All civil laws, family laws are common to everyone. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, all the religious people will have same laws. This is very good. Uniform Civil Code. And they also spoke about abolition of Article 370. Abolition of Article 370. This is a contentious issue in Kashmir. Article 370 deals with special status to Jammu and Kashmir, and BJP manifesto promised abolition of Article 370. The construction of Ram temple in Ayodhya. The construction of Ram temple in Ayodhya and various welfare schemes, particularly PM Kisan 6,000 per annum, recently Pradhan Mantri Kisan, and Citizenship Amendment Bill cleared. Citizenship Amendment Bill cleared. It will try to work for clearing the Citizenship Amendment Bill. This is again a contentious issue. Northeastern states, there are illegal immigrants from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal and the nearby states. In these states, from these states, if you come as a Hindu, as a Sikh, as a Buddhist, you will get Indian citizenship. But if you come as an illegal immigrant with Muslim religion, you cannot get it. You cannot get as an illegal immigrant, if you come to India, you will not get Indian citizenship. This is a serious issue. So that every Indian should think of. And also annulment of Article 35A. Article 35A of the Indian Constitution is introduced to the Constitution by President's order. President's order in 1954. And BJP manifesto, Sankalpa Patra is speaking that Article 35A they will annul. Article 370 and 35A. And let's see how it's going to work on. Supreme Court increases VVPAT verification. Supreme Court increases VVPAT verification. There will be random verification of VVPATs, 5. Earlier 1 for assembly, now it is 5 per assembly. Random verification of VVPAT, 5 per assembly constituency. It is also a thing should be remembered. Coming to 7th page, is there any important news from in 7th page today? Army gets Dhanush artillery guns. What is Dhanush? Dhanush is a artillery gun. It's an indigenously upgraded version of Swedish Bofors guns. Dhanush is an artillery gun. It is a indigenous means locally upgraded version of Swedish Bofors guns. Next, coming to today's lead articles, editorial page. Open up the Supreme Court. Open up the Supreme Court. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. What do you mean by sunlight is the best disinfectant? Sunlight means transparency. If there is more transparency, less infection. Infection here means corruption, nepotism, favoritism and all vices. Very important phase. The last paragraph of this article said that sunlight is the best disinfectant. That means transparency is the best way to maintain accountability. This is the meaning. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. And here comes the article speaks about exactly 10 years back an RTA was filed asking some information about judiciary. In that the Supreme Court said even Chief Justice of India is considered as public authority. Chief Justice of India is considered as public authority. And the High Court Judge Mr. Butt said all power including judicial power without any exception is accountable to the modern constitution. All power including judicial power without any exception is accountable to the constitution. The entire article speaks about judicial appointments. According to article 124, judges will be appointed to the Supreme Court. According to article 217, judges will be appointed to the High Court. But the word collegium do not find place in the Indian Constitution. The word collegium do not find place. Very rarely, only in very few countries in the world, judges are being completely recommended and almost that recommendation will be valid in the executive, in the hands of executive. Indian judiciary enjoys such a prerogative that the judges appointment recommendations will be done by judges themselves. Only very few countries in the world follow this procedure. And as Justice Jasi Chalmeshwar told, transparency is the backbone of democracy and judiciary is not an exception to it. Transparency is the backbone of democracy and judiciary is not an exception to it. Here you should understand 99th Constitutional Amendment Act NJAC, National Judicial Appointments Commission, was declared as unconstitutional in 2015 and they are continuing to follow collegium method. But the other ends by saying even Supreme Court, in order to maintain its accountability, there is no bad to have a public scrutiny and an open discussion. What are the reasons why you have recommended a particular judge? What are the reasons why you have denied a particular judge? These things should come out. But Supreme Court said that we will not reveal why, what is the reason behind recommendation or non-recommendation, because that judge will be discriminated and he will be stamped and he will not be allowed for further promotions and all these things. But in the higher judiciary, reason should be told. Reasons should be told. Otherwise, as I have discussed earlier, uncle judge syndrome. Uncle judge syndrome. Justice Markandeya Kadju, the author himself wrote in the article, Justice Markandeya Kadju told that very important, one famous lawyer from a high court has not been recommended as a judge because he is not married but he was in a live-in relationship. His marital status and in which relationship he has, will it count as a meritorious judge when he works hard as a judge? And bias, subjectivity, there is a lot of subjectivity in recommendations in the judicial postings. So, in order to end this subjectivity, every recommendation denied, every recommendation accepted should be forwarded with a reason. Why we don't give a reason for that? Every recommendation denied, every recommendation accepted should be forwarded with a reason. So, finally coming to the first point, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Transparency is the best medicine for accountability. Transparency is the best medicine for accountability and irresponsible recommendations. Understood? Next, yesterday we have seen Maldivian Democratic Party, Ibrahim Soli party is all set to win the parliament elections. Out of 87 seats, 60 seats. Out of 87, 60 seats are with Ibrahim Solis. Now, as you all know, from last 5-6 years, Maldives is going far and far nearer to China, and China actually made Maldives into debt trap. This is called debt trap diplomacy. China started giving lot of loans to Maldives. Finally, Maldives owe a lot to China. And finally, now with the new government understanding the problem with China, it's coming favorable to India. And coming back, Indian Ocean region is very important for India, and Maldives located in the Indian Ocean region, and good relationship with Maldives will always strategically help India. So, let us hope that India and Maldives go together with Ibrahim Solis MDP winning the elections. Playing politics over Golan Heights. Playing politics over Golan Heights. United States of America recently recognized that Golan Heights is a part of Israel. Basically, Israel occupied Golan Heights from Syria 52 years back. Israel occupied Golan Heights from Syria 52 years back, and America recognized Golan Heights as a part of Israel. This is a serious issue, but why this step was taken by America? That because Israel is all-weather friend to America. And read the article inside that. And India-Maldives relations have never been better. You know that. India-Maldives relations have never been better. Crorepati's in the parliament. See, changing socio-economic profile of legislators is a very important question for you in mains. For you in GS, and also if you take political science optional, changing socio-economic profile of legislators is an important question. In that economic profile, you can take this article, very interesting article, you can take this article. And according to the survey conducted by Association for Democratic Reforms, an NGO, according to survey conducted by Association for Democratic Reforms, an NGO, 430 out of 521 sitting MPs for Lok Sabha have assets more than 1 crore. 430 out of 531. In other words, 83% of our MPs are Crorepatis. 83% of our MPs are Crorepatis. That makes them a rich people club in a poor country. In a country where more than 25% of the people live with hungry stomachs, who have 83% of Crorepati MPs. And You all know that Crorepati MPs, they all have lot of businesses. And coming back, as Walter Annerberg, American businessman and diplomat, said, Walter Annerberg, Annerberg, Walter Annerberg said, the greatest power is not money power but political power. But those who have money can wield political power. The greatest power is not money power but political power. And now political power comes only with money power. And today and tomorrow that no Indian will take money.